The UFC's light heavyweight champion has become the latest victim of a Me Too hoax. Why do I think that it's a hoax? I don't know, because I've been covering this stuff for a long enough time to recognize patterns, and this one right here is one of the more obvious situations. It reeks. It's basically the blueprint, just speed run of what Trevor Bauer had to deal with, because off rip, everybody's looking at this going, okay, listen, man, okay, this is just a classic case of not being able to secure the bag, so now you're just having second thoughts. You just want to try to pray away, get enough sympathy to wash away the sins of previous whoredom. It's not going to work. So let's take a look at this story. TikToker is accusing UFC champion Alex Pereira of alleged, bad stuff. No, she hasn't posted any solid evidence anywhere, but shares her alleged accounts across multiple TikTok posts. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, we won't play the video because, well, what's the point of listening to a liar? But here's the posts, she's making some pretty strong accusations, showing that, yes, they met in a parking lot of what appears to be a hotel in the background or something like that. Or, I don't know, man. They took a picture together. That's fantastic. But even the way that she writes her accusations as fan fiction, it's like, what are you doing here? If only she had known what was in store for her that night, which is another big red flag on that one. And then also looking at all of the hashtags that are on there for maximum searchability, for maximum SEO score. Like, come on, man. It took me a while to find the courage to come out and say this. No, you just tried your behind the scenes extortion attempts, and now you're gonna have to go public, hoping that somebody's going to pay you off for the privilege of hitting up that used hole again. Took me a while to find the courage to come out and say this, but I've been struggling so much with my mental health. And I can barely get out of bed these days. I bet you can't, for very understandable reasons. Nothing to do with this proposed situation. It's eating me alive and keeping it inside and not talking about it because I'm scared, but I'm hoping this will help me heal and not feel so alone. I know some people won't believe me, and just get to what you have to say. Show the police report, show some evidence, instead of just saying, I know that people won't believe me and think that I'm chasing clout. No, you're an obvious clout chaser. I don't think that you're chasing clout. I know that you're chasing clout and stuff like that, but I just want to feel normal again. No, if you're looking for justice, go to the police. If you're looking for a bag, continue to do this. And I'm hoping maybe me finding the courage to tell my story is the first step in that direction. If any other women have experienced this, I'm so sorry. You're not alone. And I hope that this helps you find your voice again, too. Hashtag MMA, UFC 302, UFC, MMA, Alex Pereira, Alex Potano Pereira, Muay Thai is like, okay, cool. Yeah, I want to help other women that are out there. Let me just hashtag all the popular UFC topics that I possibly can. But you know why else this is absolutely ridiculous? OnlyFans model at the center of the Alex Pereira allegations allegedly brags about her online fame. Oh, look at that. I'm not a clout chaser at all whatsoever. No. Meredith Brown already deleted her Instagram due to potentially damaging actions against Alex Pereira. Yeah, I know, because I did a little bit of research before this to try to find any social media presence for this obvious clout chaser. And yeah, all of the accounts have been terminated for the time being, not even going in protected mode. She just knows that she messed up tremendously. If what people who are doing their detective work, well, this is formatted very poorly, only are right about what they reported. OnlyFans model Meredith Brown was caught bragging about the exposure she is getting for accusing UFC star Alex Pereira of SA. At the start of the week, Brown released a long video which she gives many details of an alleged attack she received from Alex Pereira. However, there are many inconsistencies that have emerged from that and could potentially get her in very serious legal issues against against the UFC star. He's not a former star. He's in fact a current champion. And the company as well, still of someone telling her to get ready with a legal team for making false or fake accusations, and her bragging about the exposure her OnlyFans got over the last 48 hours leaked online. Go figure. Color me surprised. Although an image like that can be faked very easily, just like accusations of a clout chaser online, it is also quite suspicious that after this image leaked, she erased her Instagram account. There are also multiple videos of her placing her in a compromised position due to the evident predilection from indecent exposure in public spaces and for the nature of her work. Oh, really? So she's a 304 worldwide, huh? Earlier on Tuesday, Meredith also released text between Pereira's translator and her that seemed really friendly and recent, leaving fans even more confused to why she decided to do it and decided to do what she did. Now, this wouldn't be the first time a Brazilian athlete is accused of SA. Well, hell, it's not even the first time an athlete this year has been accused of doing this stuff. It was Conor McGregor earlier this year. Okay, same sport, same type of stick-up. But Neymar? Oh, okay, different medium, obviously, but the same type of accusations. There are other people seeing directly through this, right? You have Jake Shields, okay? Jake Shields did a follow-up on this, and yeah, no, he's 100% on point when it comes to his response, okay? Former UFC veteran recently reacted to TikToker Meredith Brown accusing Alex Pereira of physical abuse on her social media. He shared his thoughts on why he believes the light heavyweight champion is being unfairly targeted. The accusations are quite serious, as the TikToker implied that she is being taken advantage of and that she didn't give consent to Pereira. I doubt it. Brown's comments haven't yet been addressed by the promotion or by the Brazilian team. This is the one good thing about this situation, okay? He works for the UFC, and we know that Dana White doesn't play any of this politically correct stuff. If he was an athlete in any other league, he would be fined, suspended, and removed from the league immediately. Even if it is as obvious of a setup as this brazenly is. Former UFC welterweight title challenger Jake Shields recently took to his ex account in defense of Poatan. I haven't watched the UFC in a while. Okay. Criticized Brown for making the accusations because he believes it was disrespectful to the women who have been victims. Yeah, this girl claimed that she was, by Alex Pereira. She admits that he asked if he could stick it in. Okay. She then consented and then helped him. Wait, yeah, no, definitely seems like this was a unwanted advance, right? He was a gentleman and stayed over and cuddled, and now she's saying that she was forced to do that. These people damage, real victims. Oh, just going public like this instead of dealing with it either behind the scenes and then making your legal developments better known, that would be the proper way to go forward. But a little bit more background on this fairy tale. Yes, Brown's accusations against reigning UFC light heavyweight champion Alex Pereira stem from UFC 302, which took place in Newark, New Jersey in June. So it took her nearly 2 full months to come forward. Yeah, no. She probably realized that she got pumped and dumped and I don't know, maybe a pregnancy didn't take or something like that, so now she's got to come out with plan, well, not B, because she would have taken that anyways, because she wouldn't want to mess up her own side hustle. But plan F, I guess we can go with that. But yes, she posted a statement about her, her mental health taking a nosedive and all that other, crying nonsense. But outside of that, very few bits of actual evidence have been presented at all, other than, yeah, this definitely happened in Newark, New Jersey, and it's definitely negatively affected me. Don't worry about it. Just feel bad for me. Sign up to the OnlyFans, because I'm sure she's probably running a promotion on that right now to, help her overcome her crippling depression or whatever she's put herself into. But it's chicks like this, man, that are just ruining it for everyone else. I'm not going to take the approach that this hurts real victims. It's just, this is really reinforcing. If you want to learn anything from this situation, stay away from these thoughts, okay? Especially if you're a guy who's, got anything to his name, if you've acquired any sort of wealth. I understand that athletes, and I've talked about this ad nauseum, they're hyper-focused on their specific vocation, and getting good with women, they've probably just been naturals for most of their lives, where they've never really had to develop any sort of game. They just naturally were attractive to women. I'm going to hold that against them at all whatsoever. It just, that comes with the territory. But now we have such an imbalanced society when it comes to the intersexual dynamics. Chicks like this Meredith Brown, she can go ahead and she can make absolutely wild accusations, knowing that the repercussions are going to be minimal. Because this is just such an obvious lie. I really hope she doesn't get away with this. I hope that Alex and his team looks at the situation right here of somebody so obviously and blatantly trying to ruin your name that you take the full course of legal action available to you and you go after this bitch for every last red cent that she had to bite the pillow to earn off of her OnlyFans, that you make her work on that digital pole from now until eternity, and you garnish her wages the entire way, because that's the only way this stuff stops. Because yeah, that will actually help real victims that are out there that reach out for help. Because, you know, if somebody's going to go ahead and make those accusations public, they have something to lose. They also have justice to gain. But changes like that would require to put restrictions on female nature, so I'm not necessarily going to hold my breath waiting for those changes to be made at the governmental level. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.